Vasto Lordes, bro. When was the last time you've actually seen a Vasto Lorde? Because this type of hollows, bro, these breed of hollows are so rare. You in Wakamundo, right? 90% of the time, you're only gonna see either an Atuja or just a normal Vasto car, bro. You won't see these Vasto Lordes anywhere because once someone becomes a Vasto Lorde, they just rip their mask off. That's all there is to it. Because there's basically no content in being a Vasto Lorde, even though, you know, Vasto Lordes by themselves without being Vastocar are already one of the strongest species of hollows by far in the show, because it was even stated that in one of the episodes where Toshio explained Vasto Lorde is, you know, strong enough, if not on par with one of the Gotai 13 captains. So just one Vasto Lorde is enough to literally rival one of the captains, bro. But in the game, what do you do when you become a Vasto? Just press Ctrl K, bro.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
So instead of just re-rolling Vasto, it should be, you know, reworked where you can actually start progressing as a Vasto Lorde, and when you become an elite grade, you know, you become really strong on par with most Vasto cars and, you know, even Soul Reapers in their Bankai form. Now, what will actually happen is if you do decide to become a Vasto and progress as a Vasto all the way to elite grade. I don't really know what grade you become when you're a Vasto, because when I became a Vasto, I just ripped my mask off because there was no content in being a Vasto. But let's say this change was implemented, right? You're leveling up as a Vasto Lorde. You should gain, you know, increased stat points where, you know, when you're restricted to 60 stat points maximum in the game, you should have like say 100 or something, so that you can max out like 2 skill trees at once. Because in exchange of not being able to use, you know, Segunda, Resurrection and anything like that, because obviously you're not an Arrancar, you're a Hollow, you should be able to, you know, have an increased Ryatsu and increased HP to make up for the instant heal that most people get from modes like popping, Bankai, Resurrection or whatever, which is exactly why Quincy's should be nerfed. And probably some additional hero too to, you know, kind of balance it out. But I don't really know how exactly it will work in ranked though, because obviously you're probably gonna need to pop to fight a normal Vasto Lorde if this change was implemented to the game. However, in ranked you're not allowed to pop any of your mode, so that would be quite problematic when you fight a reworked Vasto Lorde. So in a sense, becoming a Vasto Lorde and progressing as a Vasto Lorde is like, you know, kind of like heavenly restriction, where you can't use no Resurrection, no Segunda, but you gain insane, like insane skill tree attribute, like maxed out Kendo skill tree, maxed out speed skill tree or something like that. Now it might seem stupid for like a Hollow to not have their Res and Segunda, but even canonically, right? Maybe even in game, Vasto Lordes, they cannot get Resurrection and Segunda themselves. Even in the official Bleach series, you can't become a Vasto Lorde and have your own Resurrection, because it's only exclusive to Arrancars who already ripped off their masks. Because once you become an Arrancar, you seal your weapon. I mean, you seal your Resurrection in a form of a weapon, whether that be blade, hammer, or anything. Kind of similar to Zanpakuto's for Soul Reapers. Whether canonically or in-game, Vasto Lordes don't have weapons, they just use their fists. Instead of changing Vasto Lordes to having a weapon, they should just give them fist style and hope they don't use Hakuda, bro. And instead, you know, use different fist styles and different critical attacks for like weapon rerolls, if that makes sense. It's basically the same as an exclusive Hakuda weapon reroll, except it's only exclusive for Vasto Lordes. And if this change, if it's going to be implemented to the game, they should definitely work more on the Vasto Lorde models, because at the moment, every single one, bro, they all look the same. But I kind of understand why, because when you become a Vasto loader, you're not really, meant to meant to stay Vasto car. You just rip off your mask and become a Vasto car. But when you add, Vasto loader progressions, it will add so much more content to the game, even though it might not be, the most balanced. But since Vasto loaders will not be having, resurrections or anything like that, it would be unfair to, give them the same stat as normal Vasto cars or normal Soul Reapers, where if you get low, you can't really gain any heals on that, whereas your, Soul Reaper opponents will just pop their Bankai and get full heals. If that happens, bro, you're cooked, bro, you're cooked. So to compensate for that, you will gain, increased HP and hero, so you will still have enough sustainability to get your opponents really low, or maybe even kill them. And there should definitely be, some skills, like some skill tree moves that are exclusive only to Vasto loaders, because that would add more content to the game, and there won't be only, 3 factions. Well, technically there still will be Hollows, Soul Reapers, and Quincy's. So just becoming a Vasto loader and progressing as a Vasto loader alone would be probably enough to boss raid a whole raid or something. But if the skill trees are all the same for every race, and there's no like exclusive Kido move or anything like that for Vasto cards and etc., it will probably be very hard. If there's gonna be no new content, like new skill tree moves exclusively to Vasto loaders, like grabbing them, slamming them down to the ground, and blasting their face with a Seraph from your horn, it would be pretty cool. If not, it'll be pretty useless, because you only have 10 or maybe 12 keyboard keys that you can use, and most of which are already something that everyone has already: Quincy's, Arankas, Soul Reapers, maybe even Fullbringers in the future. But I'm pretty sure the devs will figure something out if that's gonna be implemented to the game. But all I wanna see, bro, is a better treatment for Vasto loaders, because come on, bro, Vasto loaders are meant to be stronger than the captains of Gotai 13. But if you come across a Vasto and you ask them on a 1v1, you can be a fishbone and you still win, bro. That's how weak Vasto loaders are. Oh my days. But that's enough yapping from me. If you watched the video all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna be dropping a lot more type soul content in the future, whether it be key concepts, new concepts, or maybe gank. Let me know what you want to see, bro.